If you're trying to get your Shopify store visible in AI search, you've probably gone looking for tools, and you found a confusing pile of software all claiming to be the answer to AI visibility. I'm going to give an honest roundup of the GEO and AEO tools actually worth knowing in 2026. Quick definitions first. GEO is Generative Engine Optimization. AEO is Answer Engine Optimization. For our purposes, they point at the same goal: getting your store discovered and recommended by AI engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's AI. The tools for it fall into a handful of clear categories, and once you see the categories, the whole landscape gets a lot simpler. But I want to set the honest expectation up front because it matters. No tool gets you cited by AI on its own. The tools measure things, they assist, they save you time. The actual work, complete product data, structured answers, review authority, and off-site presence is still work. Anyone selling you a tool as a magic button is selling you a folk remedy. So I'm going to go category by category, name the real tools in each, tell you what's worth paying for versus what's free, and be clear about what each one does and doesn't do. By the end, you'll know how to build a practical stack instead of buying random software. If we haven't met already, I am the digital avatar of Steve, the founder of e-commerce agency Working Digital. While he is helping Shopify brands scale with AI, I am here to keep you up to date with the latest AI strategies for e-commerce. Steve reads every comment, so make sure to drop one below. The first category is the one most store owners skip, and shouldn't: tools that measure whether AI engines are actually citing you. You can't improve what you don't measure, and AI visibility is invisible unless you track it deliberately. The job here is to run the shopping prompts in your category across the AI engines and record whether your brand and products get named. You should do this over time so you can see if your work is moving the needle. There are dedicated tools for this now. Otterly AI is one built specifically for tracking brand visibility and citations across AI engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google AI, and Copilot. Profound is another in this space, known for its research into how different AI platforms cite sources. And the bigger SEO platforms like SEMrush have added AI and AEO tracking features to their suites. What these tools give you is a scoreboard: which prompts mention you, which mention competitors, what sources the engines pull from, and how that changes month over month. That's genuinely valuable because without it, you're optimizing blind. What they don't give you is the fix. They tell you you're invisible for a query. They don't make your product data complete. So think of this category as your measurement layer, the thing that tells you where you stand and whether you're improving. You don't have to start with paid software. You can do this manually, for free. Here's how. Open ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's AI. Make sure you're signed out. Run your category shopping prompts and write down who gets named. It's tedious, but for a small store, it's a perfectly good starting baseline. Graduate to a paid tracker when you want it automated and continuous. The second category is tools for your structured data and the technical foundation, and the best ones here are free. Google's Rich Results Test is the one to know. It checks whether your product pages have valid structured data, your product schema, your ratings, your FAQ markup, and shows you what's broken. Since structured data is what feeds Google's AI features specifically, this is a free, essential check. Run your key pages through it and fix the errors. For broader technical and structured data validation, the schema validators and the SEO platform's site audit features can flag issues at scale across your catalog. Useful if you have a lot of pages and need to find problems in bulk. The honest take on this category: structured data matters mainly for Google's AI, less for ChatGPT and Perplexity. So don't overinvest here at the expense of your feed and your content. Get your schema valid with the free Google tool, fix what's broken, and move on. This is a check-the-box category, not a place to spend a lot of money or time. The tools are mostly free, and the work is mostly one-time validation plus occasional rechecks. The third category is your product feed, and this is the highest impact area, so the tools here earn their place. The core tool is Google Merchant Center, and it's free. It's where your product feed lives for Google, and as I've covered, a big share of what ChatGPT recommends traces back to Google shopping data. So Merchant Center isn't just a Google tool anymore, it's feeding the AI channels. Use its diagnostics to find disapproved products and incomplete attributes, because every gap there is a gap in your AI visibility. On Shopify's side, your catalog and the agentic storefront settings are the native tools that pipe your products into the AI channels. There are also feed management apps in the Shopify App Store that help you bulk edit and optimize product data at scale, which are worth it if you have a large catalog and a lot of fields to fix. The honest guidance here. This is where to spend your effort, but most of the essential tooling is free or already built into Shopify. The value isn't in fancy software, it's in actually doing the field by field work. Complete titles, descriptions, categories, attributes, identifiers. A feed tool helps you do that work faster at scale. It doesn't replace the work. So if you're going to invest time anywhere in your stack, invest it here, because the feed affects every AI engine. The fourth category is tools that feed your brand and policy data to the AI channels, and the main one is free and native to Shopify. The Shopify Knowledge Base app is the key tool. It takes your verified brand facts, shipping, returns, sizing, brand story, and feeds them directly to the AI channels. So when a shopper asks an AI about your store's policies, it gets your real answer instead of guessing. Most store owners haven't fully filled it out. It's free, it's first party, and it directly shapes how AI represents your brand. That makes it one of the highest value, lowest cost tools in the whole stack. Shopify's search and discovery app is another native one worth configuring, since it's the infrastructure layer a lot of the AI search features build on. Also free, also underused. And the newer layer is the agents file. Shopify now generates an agents file for your store, the instructions an AI agent reads when it arrives, and you can customize it instead of leaving the generic default. The pattern in this category is the same as the last one. The best tools are free and native to Shopify, and the gap isn't access. It's that store owners haven't actually used them. So before you go shopping for paid AEO software, make sure you fully use the powerful free tools already sitting in your Shopify admin. The fifth category is review tools, because reviews are the one trust signal that works across every AI engine, and getting them collected and readable is its own job. The main tools here are the review apps: Judge.me, Stamped, Looks, Okendo, and Shopify's own. Their job is to collect reviews automatically through post-purchase emails and display them on your store. For AI, two things matter about them. One, that they generate the structured rating data, the aggregate rating, that AI engines read. And two, that they render at least some review content in your page's initial HTML so the AI crawler can actually see it, not just load it through JavaScript. So when you pick a review app, those are the two questions. Does it produce the structured rating data, and does it render reviews for the crawler? A great looking review widget that's invisible to the AI does nothing for you in terms of AI visibility. Beyond your own store, review authority also lives off-site, on Google and the category-specific platforms AI engines trust. There's no single tool for that. It's earned, but it's worth knowing that on-site review apps are only half the picture. The off-site half is built through real presence on the platforms the engines already cite for your category. The honest take: a review app is a worthwhile, usually low-cost tool that does real work, automating collections so your review volume and freshness keep growing. Just make sure it checks the two AI boxes: structured data and crawler-readable content. Let's put this in a practical stack for a normal Shopify store owner, without overspending. Start with the free, native, and essential. Google Merchant Center for your feed. Google's Rich Results Test for your schema. The Shopify Knowledge Base, Search and Discovery, and the Agents file for your brand data. A review app that checks the two AI boxes. That's most of your highest impact tooling, and almost none of it costs anything beyond effort. Then add a measurement layer. Start by manually testing your prompts across the AI engines, signed out, to get a baseline. Graduate to a paid visibility tracker like Otterly AI or Profound when you want continuous, automated tracking and you're ready to manage it. And resist buying tools that solve problems you don't have yet. The store owner mistake is buying expensive AEO software before doing the free foundational work that actually moves visibility. The tools assist the work. They aren't the work. Here's the honest bottom line on the whole category. The best GEO and AEO tools for most Shopify stores in 2026 are mostly free and mostly things you already have. The advantage doesn't come from owning fancier software than your competitors. It comes from actually using the foundational tools fully, which most stores don't. If you'd rather get one complete read on your AI visibility across your feed, your structured data, your brand data, your reviews, and your citation results without assembling a stack and learning each tool yourself, that's exactly what our free AI Commerce Audit gives you. We run the measurement and hand you the prioritized fixes. Links in the description. That wraps this stretch of the series. If you've been following along, you now have the full picture, from what agentic commerce is, through optimizing every surface of your store, to choosing help and picking your tools. The stores that act on it while the channel is still new are the ones who win it.